Hi folks, here we are up in Zell, South Dakota. This is a population of 20 something, so it's basically a ghost town, a little west of Redfield, and we're adding to our Fading History channel here. The whole goal of this channel is to show you stuff that's disappearing with time, buildings that are disappearing or history or whatever. So we're going to show you around this town a few abandoned buildings. There's not too much left on Main Street here, but we'll show you what there is. There's a 1916 garage here, and there's a convent that's haunted. Which is known around the area as being a haunted convent. That's at a Catholic church over here out behind there. And there's an old cemetery there too. So we'll show you some of that stuff. Just enjoy the video and we'll do some walk around. Well, we're going to start here looking around this building. We're right on the main street. You're going to catch some background noise because we're right along Route 212 here up in northern South Dakota. But anyway, this building here looks like probably an old store or something. Isn't that what you think? An old store?
I would think so.
Yeah. I don't know what the addition is here on the side. Got some of that old brick-looking siding there. It's like tar paper that looks like bricks. These old towns like this that are abandoned get a little spooky. So we're just gonna walk around them, check them out here. Got some mosquitoes up here, gotta watch those. Oh, look at the old outhouse here, it looks like. That's all fallen over there. That looks like probably an outhouse. It's wide enough to be a double holer too. There's the back end of that building. This town was founded by Austrian immigrants back in the 1880s. It's a pretty old town. We're going to walk around the back here. We just walk around these places, see if there's anything we can find, any trouble we can get into. Accidentally, of course. Looks like an old burn bucket back here. Metal bucket in the bushes. Boy, the mosquitoes are brutal out here. It's late summer, so you wouldn't think they'd be so bad, but they are. Maybe in that deep grass, I guess, is what's causing it. Anyway, here's the side of the building here. This one's all getting run down. But like I said, this was the main street right here. And years ago, there would have been buildings lining the street on either side, businesses. And across the street there is the old garage. So we'll show you the front of this. I got my mom here with me. But it is a pretty cool old two-story building. But we're going to walk across the street there and check out the old garage. Well, here's the old garage. This building is all brick. And it looks like they've filled in some of the side windows here. We'll get up a little closer. You can see there was a window there that got filled in with brick. But we'll catch on the front here. You can see the date here, 1916 garage. 1916 garage. And those letters up there are made out of like forged steel. And this is the old awning here that you'd pull up here, and there would have been gas pumps under this back in the day. And there's a door there. They probably had a little store in there, maybe a pop machine or whatever. Now it's got a metal roof on the building. And it looks like a gas company or something is still using it. There's still some activity in this building at the back end of it. And they got the metal roof on it, so they've fixed it up a little bit. But it's a pretty cool place. I always love these old gas stations. They're really interesting. And this one is unusual, being all brick like that. Anyway, we're going to walk down the main street here and catch up with you down that way. There's some more buildings in the grain elevator. And we'll look at a couple houses and stuff, and we'll finish it up at the haunted building. So stay tuned. Well, here we are up the main street a little bit. This looks like maybe a lawnmower repair business or something. It's Fink's Fixer up there. That's what it was more recently. I don't know what it was back in the early days, but another little building or a house or something buried in the bushes here. Gotta watch for varmints. Hopefully nothing comes out at us. We do get rattlesnakes and all kinds of stuff up this way. Yeah, that has a look like it's a house. Let's see if we can get around the back of it a little bit. Looks like it's sliding off its foundation down here. Oh boy. Pretty spooky in the back here. I can hear something. As well as I can hear a bunch of bugs somewhere too. Sound like I could hear some sort of animal though. See if I can get through this tall grass. It's all kind of caved in the back here. Ooh, bee just came right near me. Yeah, that's all caving in the back. But these two buildings were connected at some point. That one's got a metal top on it. And this tree is right up against the house, and you can see it's knocking off all the shingles, and they're actually even knocking some of the wood off the back there. It's missing the windows up high there. Probably got birds going in and out. Jump over to the front here. You can see the old grain elevator up there. We're going to check that out too. That looks like that's been abandoned as well. Yeah, you can't even see from the street where these buildings are connected because it's in there, but it looks like somebody had their house in or fix-it shop here. All in one unit, you know, connected. You just work next door. Not sure what this is here. Piece of metal coming up out of the ground to hang something off it, if that was for a sign or if that was doing work, I don't know. I tell you, the mosquitoes out here are horrible. And I've just been reading about it, people getting sick from them, so I don't not get bit too many times here. Anyway, there's an old tin building out back, and there's that one. Well, there's the grain elevator. We'll look at two mosquitoes right on my arm, right while I'm talking. Gotta shoo those off. Anyway, you can see we're on the corner of 1st and Main Street right there. And we're gonna jump over to the other side because I got these trees in here. We'll check out the grain elevator. We got an old boat here all abandoned. We also like to check out things like that, old boats and whatever, not just the buildings, but anything that's laying around. There's the grain elevator. Looks like that door is kind of kicked open a little there. It says KD, K-A-Y-D-E-E on the door. This is kind of cool here. This is an old horse trailer. A lot of grasshoppers around here. This old horse trailer almost looks like an old Roman chariot or something. That's pretty wild. A single horse trailer there. You could pull that probably from the 50s or 60s maybe. Pretty wild. There's the old grain elevator. You can see Farmers Co-op probably on the painted on the side. It says Triple F Products on there on the sign. But we're going to check out another old house here. We got an old garage over here. Looks like the roof is all given in. If there's anything in here now, let's check it out. Well, there's no old vehicles, but there is other stuff in there. There's an old locker back there, and looks like some Christmas decorations hanging from the rafters. You can see right out the roof there. There's the outhouse out back. And here, this is why we're doing this video. There goes a semi by, but this is what is happening, is things are disappearing. Either Mother Nature's getting them, or a combination of Mother Nature and mankind here. They're tearing this one down. So here's yet another old house that's disappeared to time. And so we're trying to do, you know, a video archive or history of this kind of stuff, you know, just so it's around. People can see these things in the future. Look at the old window frames there. It's right in the, looks like they've got this all prepped to go to the landfill or something there. Check out the old outhouse that was out back here. Or maybe it's a shed. That one looks like it might be a shed. Let's check it out. Get around the far side, yeah. Yeah, that looks like a shed of some sort. So we'll walk around the outskirts of this old building. I assume it was a house. You can see a lot of the, looks like old asbestos insulation and stuff in there. This is freshly torn down. Just a pile of rubble now. It's an old typewriter desk there. Anyway, that's what we're trying to archive some of this stuff just for that aspect, you know, because it's all going to be gone at some point. So we're just kind of showing stuff around, and we'll catch up with you over by the Haunted Convent. So stay tuned for a few minutes here. Well, we're over across the street here at the old church here. I believe this was built in the 1880s. It's a St. Mary's Catholic church. I know the convent was built in 1883, they said. So I assume this is a similar time frame. See the crosses up top? Really cool old building. Got some really cool architecture design up in there. And you can see stained glass windows in behind there. They got some screens over them. Can't see them very good from out here, but I bet if you were out or if you were inside, you probably get a good view of them with the sun coming through. But anyway, that church is still in operation today. And down the street here is the old Haunted Convent, and the rectory is on the left. So we're going to walk down the sidewalk here and show you those. And I get a little creeped out on this haunted stuff, so just bear with me. We'll meet you up at the other end of the sidewalk here. This looks like it was probably lived in not too horribly long ago, but now it's getting all grown over and the roof is starting to get bad. And I think that'll probably go into disrepair here before too long. There's a couple abandoned cars in the yard and stuff like that. Looks like an old garage out back there too. See if we can walk over to that garage. We got all kinds of abandoned stuff in the yard here. Got a camper here that looks like it's been more recently lived in. Still got the slide out. There's the garage right there. You can see the view off in the distance, pretty wide open out here. Anyway, that's that stuff. And if you come over here, I'm already feeling the hairs standing up on my neck. This is the Haunted Convent here. The nunnery, they brought teachers up here. They wanted to get teachers that would teach Catholic schools on the reservations back in the day. So they'd bring them up here and try to get them turned into teachers. So we're going to get a little closer here. Well, this was done in 1883, was it? Yeah. This was built here. This is the convent. And the church, it turns out, was built in 1905. Just to give you a little idea of the time frame. I don't know if you can zoom in on that chair. You can see the cross on it. There's also some crosses up above these windows. as you talk here, you can kind of feel it echo off this building. It does give an eerie vibe. I think this was bought up by somebody back in the 90s. They were going to keep it from going into undesirable territory, but it looks like it's getting in tough condition now. I don't know what the history is there, but yeah, you can see crosses above those windows, 2 little crosses carved in the wood, and one way up on the top. Pretty cool looking building. Kind of a mansard looking roof on that back addition piece. You can see the rain gutters up there have weeds growing out of them. So this was, they used to train teachers to teach on the reservation, teach Catholic ways on the reservations to the Native Americans. I don't know if we can look in some of these windows maybe. I can see all kinds of stuff in there. I don't want to fall into a hole here. Looks like they got some covered up holes here on the ground maybe, I don't know. I don't know if you can, I'll get a little closer here. Just gives me the heebie-jeebies, all this haunted stuff. Looks like they got a bunch of wood stored in that room. I don't know what this is over here. I can see something in this window. The mosquitoes are tearing me apart. Looks like, I don't know if it's a... Well, it's got benches in there, but it's also got some sort of cabinet there, a white painted cabinet. So the story is that this place is haunted. Possibly from one of the early nuns that was here, one of the first nuns. Sometimes I guess you can see her looking out those top windows. That would be a little eerie. Look at the lightning rods up top there.
Yeah.
Looks like that chimney's about to fall over.
It does.
Leaning to the side. Some of these windows are popping out too, but you can see the glass in them is the old wavy glass. Some of that's the original glass on these windows. I don't know if I can get around the end of it here. Got an old pickup over here, an old Ford pickup, 70s one. Pretty wild. Well, we're just driving around the back here to see what's around the back. Whoa, what is that thing there? There's a big tube coming out of that window. What the heck would they do with that big tube?
Fire escape.
Fire escape? Maybe that's what it is. They closed this back in the 60s apparently, late 60s, because of fire hazard, so maybe that was some sort of partial remedy there to get out of the truck here. That might have been a remedy to escape people from the second level. That's wild. I don't think I've ever seen a fire escape like that. This is an immense building. This would be an awesome place all fixed up. There's the old Ford Super Cab I was talking about a few minutes ago. Yeah, it's got a padlock on that. So if you had a fire, I don't know what you'd expect to do. You'd have to get out and unlock that first. By that time you're already down there. Anyway, pretty spooky old building. A lot of history here. And wanted to get some video of it before it disappears. I can even see in the windows here. I don't know, getting in close to this just gives me the heebie-jeebies. All the hairs stand up above my neck at this place. Anyway, you can see the old school desks and stuff in there. Still sitting there. Pretty wild. So if you're ever in the area, this is Zell, South Dakota. Just a little west of Redfield, which is a bigger town. Up in the north central part of the state. They even got a access door here from Chicago. Look at the old door on the back. It's all caving in there. You could probably go right in there, but I really don't dare. I don't mind places that are falling down and stuff. Look at the little walkway too that went into that door. It's kind of interesting. Kind of meandered its way in there. I don't mind stuff that's falling down and decrepit and stuff, but the spooky aspect is what, the haunted stuff is what creeps me out. So you won't catch me going into that place. But it is a really cool building. And we're going to jump over to the cemetery, see if there's any interesting stones there, and ended up over there. Stemper is the name here. Joe died in 53. Julia died in 1909. She wasn't very old on there. 1871 to 1909. Here's Joe here. He was a military veteran, 1939. So probably a World War I veteran. A lot of interesting stones here. Faber on that one. There's another pair of these here with the double. Slapping a mosquito there. Father William, Mother Mary. Holcomb is the name there. These are interesting over here. There's a couple iron ones here. See if we can catch a name on them. This one's got an old repair on it. 1910. Right there, but you don't see too many iron ones like that. I see one there, and there's another one over here. There's another one there. Franz. See, a lot of Austrian names and stuff. Some of these are even written in German, I believe. There's a newer one there, but it's got a little tractor on it. There's another one that must have been a baby. Yep. 1894 to 1894, so it wasn't even a year old. Pootman is the name. Ida. Got a little lamb on there. We'll jump over here. There's a one that looks like a bunch of bubble gum all stuck together here. It's made out of rose quartz and all kinds of petrified wood and all cemented together. That's an interesting stone right there. Both ends too. This one's kind of falling apart right here. Mother, 1904. Kind of interesting. You get a little more personal aspect of making the stone there, it looked like. Anyway, we're going to end it there. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like things like this, we got a lot more planned and coming. Different history that's fading away in the Midwest here. We're based in South Dakota, so a lot of it will be South Dakota, Nebraska, this area. But anyway, please subscribe, give us thumbs up, give us good comments. All these things help promote the channel, and the more promotion we get, the more we can do things like these so you can watch them. So please do that, and we'll catch you on the next round. Thank you.